Is it all about you? Hello, everybody. Tom here. Hope you're all well. I want to talk today about when we're talking about ourselves, when we're talking to somebody, is it all about you? Because I don't think any conversation should be all about yourself. I'm a great believer that when you talk to someone, the idea of a conversation is an exchange. In fact, if you're going to, I think it's the dictionary or a thesaurus, conversation comes under the term cipher, and cipher means to exchange. So when you converse with somebody, it shouldn't always be, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I've done this, I've done that. Naturally, it should flow backwards and forwards. That's the whole idea of talking to somebody. Now, the reason for making this video is I think sometimes we're quite involved in what we're doing, perhaps to the point where we can come across as a little self-absorbed. And it has been said in the past that perhaps I spoke too much about myself. Members of my family have said it. So to be a good talker is to be a good listener. And a lot of people aren't very good listeners. It's a skill to be able to listen, take on the information, and understand what the other person is trying to say to you and the way that they are saying it. Okay? If you're unable to find the balance of listening and talking when conversing, then you may find that people probably will avoid conversation with you. Purely because you probably come across as very self-absorbed and a bit selfish. And if you're talking too much about yourself, it's as if you've no interest in the other person. And that instantly makes people think, well, I never bothered to ask if I was okay or what I'm doing. They don't really appear that interested. They just want to brag about themselves all the time. This is a trap we must not get into, okay? My best friend has got ample time for me. He's a great guy. I have equally ample time for him. When we talk about anything and everything as best mates should do. Our conversation flows backwards and forwards. There are times when perhaps he's not got as much to say about what he's doing, and it is more myself. But I will always check in with him. How are you? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Are you all right? Yeah. How's things? What's going on? You have to have that balance in a conversation. Otherwise, it's pretty pointless. And as I said, people will get to the stage where they don't want to talk to you. They don't want to talk to you because it becomes so much about you that they're irrelevant in it. They're literally the peripheral, the observer, rather than any sort of actively engaging member of the conversation. And I think we are in danger of losing the art of conversation. You've only got to look around now in the world. Everybody's face is up the phone every 2 minutes. And who can actually say, hand on heart, the last time they had a really good conversation with somebody face to face? One that had worth, the one that was interesting and engaging, and you went away thinking, well, I really enjoyed that. I think it's a lost skill and a lost art that we're in danger of losing. So another reason for making this video is to try and explain that for myself, if you can have a two-way conversation where each person is listening and contributing, then you're onto a good thing. If it becomes very lopsided and it's all about me all the time, then it's completely lost, really. You might as well be talking to yourself, because the other person is not getting a look in, and it's probably there on the end of the phone thinking, you don't want to shut up about himself, does he? Or her? Don't fall into that trap. It's my advice from years of being somebody that likes to talk. I wouldn't say I'm the most social of people, but I'm certainly not antisocial. I have time for anyone, and I will make time to talk to people, and I will ultimately not make it all about me, because it isn't all about you. No matter what you may think, everyone's got stuff going on, everyone's got stuff going on in their lives. You don't always have to share it. Sometimes people choose to share it, they choose to overshare. But 100% remember the importance of a conversation flowing backwards and forwards. Guys, first of 3 videos this week, I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening. I really appreciate your time and energy spent on my channel. Thank you kindly. First of 3, as I said, please put down in the comments box below, what's your opinions on conversations? Should a good conversation really flow, like it have an ebb and a flow? For me, it should do. It should be an exchange, as the word cipher says, which is another word for conversation, where one person will import, another person will take on board and listen, and the other person will ultimately reply. That's the whole idea of a conversation. Even if you look at it, if you think of it like a text message, because like now on mobile phones, on smartphones, particularly on my phone, which is Samsung Galaxy, by the way, it's a message exchange is set up as a conversation. It comes like a conversation. So the whole idea is somebody messages and another person replies, or not, as the case may be. So yeah, please, if you would, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. I'd really appreciate that. Consider giving me a thumbs up and a like as well. That'd be great. And let's hear that bell sign go ding dong, so you know when next content's out. Back in a couple of days with another video as always. But until then, all of you, please take care and bye for now.